Hi ladies, it's Elisa again. I just wanted to get on here and update you guys because it's been a little bit since I've talked about our TTC and TTC and what's going on. So a lot has happened in the last month. Where we left off last was that the saline sonogram had been delayed for a month, so we had to wait for AF to show up again. So a lot of things happened since then. I don't think I've told you guys. We have breast cancer runs in my family, so I'll be talking about that a little bit in this update video too, because they all kind of tie in together. So about 3 years ago, I decided to get genetically tested for the BRCA1 gene, and that's basically the breast cancer gene. And I did have it. So I was tested positive for it. So my OB took that information, and that just means that you get yearly mammograms and a breast MRI every single year to try to early detect that. But within this extra testing is actually a lot of extra blood work and occasionally transvaginal ultrasounds looking for ovarian cancer, because breast cancer and ovarian cancer are linked. So, like most of you probably, in starting the whole fertility journey, I had a transvaginal ultrasound with my RE, and he had noticed that there was a cyst on it, a fairly large cyst. I don't know, it's like 2 centimeters, so large-ish. And he said that it was just a normal cyst, it looked fine, and that it would probably go away on its own. But and that was back in September when we had initially met with the RE about IVF. So I had basically forgotten about this cyst until my OB had contacted me and said that it was time to do extra blood work, get my blood work drawn again for the breast cancer, looking for breast cancer. And they tested for something called CA125, I believe. That's what it was. And it's a level of some certain sort of hormone or something in your blood. And my OB noticed when she tested me, or when they got my blood work results back, that she said that the results were very slightly elevated. So I think she just didn't want me to panic, because the higher levels of this CA125 indicates usually ovarian cancer. So where we went from there was that we had another transvaginal ultrasound. This one took a lot longer than the fertility one did, and they got those results back, and then my OB spoke to my fertility doctor because it was in my paperwork that I had this cyst before, and it looked like it was the same cyst. So she noticed that it hadn't grown bigger. She had talked to my RE, and they had discussed those things, and then they forwarded those results to the radiologist, and he said that it didn't look dangerous. So that's good. But the plan now is a watch and wait kind of game, because I'm going to be doing all these fertility things. The fertility drugs can aggravate a cyst and make it bigger or whatever. But because I'm going to be doing IVF and all these fertility things, our plan of action is to just my doctor, my RE, is aware that this cyst could be problematic, and we're all going to watch it very quickly. And I have another transvaginal ultrasound scheduled to make sure that it hasn't grown, and another blood test to make sure that my levels haven't increased, because it was the first time I'd ever been tested for the CA125. That's not a standard blood test that they do for everyone. The doctor, my OB, said that it might just be my natural state is just a naturally high state. A naturally high state of having the CA125 in my blood. So until we blood test and do the other transvaginal ultrasound, we don't really know more about that. But it does tie into fertility. You know, I don't want to panic. It could be a cyst. Women have them all the time. The upcoming blood test and the upcoming transvaginal sonogram will show if my levels have increased or if the cyst has gotten any bigger. So moving past the cancer aspect of this, so cycle day 1 has come and gone, and on cycle day 1, I was told to call about the saline sonogram and doing it this month. So I did, like a good girl, called on the cycle day 1 and was informed that I needed to pick up 2 different medications. Well, one medication. I'm going to be put on doxycycline, I believe is the name of the pill. I have it right here. Doxycycline tablets. You have to take them 2 times a day, starting the day before your saline sonogram. My saline sonogram is scheduled for Thursday. I was told to start the birth control pills on cycle day 2 and continue to take them. So I'm actually not sure what the next step is. She asked me because I was worried that my cycles, according to when she had last told me, that the July cycle was supposed to be around the 15th, and that doesn't really line up with my cycle. So I don't really know how. I guess the birth control pills help regulate and get me into the right spot. But the nurse did ask me when I called on cycle day 1 what cycle I wanted to get into, and I said as soon as possible, and she didn't give me any more information than that. She just said that at the saline sonogram, we would discuss where we go. Also with the doxycycline, Brian has to take it too, starting the day before my sonogram. So we're both on the doxycycline, and to continue to take birth control pills. And this is the pack of birth control pills. I don't know if you guys can see. It's like, the brand that they have me is Lavora. I've never actually heard of that, but that's because I haven't been on birth control since I was in my early 20s. And the doxycycline, it's just a little like round pill. You guys can't really see, but anyway, it's just a little round pill, and then obviously birth control pills are super easy to take. So that's those. It does feel kind of weird taking birth control pills when you want to have a baby, but as long as it helps regulate my cycle and gets me into IVF as soon as possible, then I'm okay with it. Also, one thing, the nurse did indicate that I needed to contact the person, she's the accounting assistant for Kaiser, to help talk about the cost of the cycle, which basically we already know. And when I talked to the accounting assistant, she actually gave me 2 websites to go to where you can apply for discounted medications for IVF meds. So that's pretty awesome. I say thanks for those viewers who spent time watching me and my stepdaughter Drew's silly little video. I actually uploaded the one that I had not edited, and I didn't mean to do that, but you know, amateur YouTuber problem. But anyway, so, I'm sorry this video is really long. Lots to catch up on. So I will make another shorter video after the saline sonogram, this Thursday, so that I can update you guys and don't have to overload you with so much information. Thanks for watching, and I'll be talking to you guys.